Hello. Begin by sitting comfortably. If this isn't comfortable, you can come to your shins or extend your legs long or place a blanket folded up underneath your seat. Once you've found your comfortable spot, relax your shoulders down. Palm facing up will mean that you're open to receiving energy. Palm facing down, you'd like to be a little more grounded. Just focusing on your breath here, finding a center while letting go of the day. Deep inhales through the nose and deep, long exhales through the nose. Continue to let the breath quiet the mind. And then start to open the eyes. On the inhale, bring your arms overhead, and on your exhale, release them down. 2 more times as you inhale, raise the arms overhead, and exhale, plant them down. Inhale as you raise, exhale as you twist, your right hand comes to your left knee. Let each inhale lengthen the spine, and the exhales deepen the twist. Just so you can see where my back hand is, it's up against my spine. Again, inhale, lengthen, and exhale, twist. Inhale as you raise the arms overhead, and exhale as you take your left hand to your right knee. Draw the shoulders down away from the ears, hand right up against the spine, and every exhale finding a deeper twist. Inhale, bring your arms overhead, and exhale, hands to heart center. On the inhale, raise your arms, and on the exhale, bring your hands by your side. Plant your feet, scoot to the center of your mat, and start to lower yourself all the way to your back. Bring your arms by your side, and then curl your knees into your chest and wrap your arms around your shins, or just gently draw your shins in towards your body. You can flex and point the feet and roll the ankles around in circles if that feels nice. And just continue drawing the knees in as you wrap your arms around your legs and just breathe. Feel the pinch where the thighs meet the belly, maybe massaging your digestive organs. And rocking a little side to side, massaging now the low back. Let your knees fall to your left, extend your right arm. Spinal twist. Your gaze can be over either arm depending on how your neck feels today, or straight up at the sky. Knees back into chest and drop them over to the other side, gazing in whatever way you like, but breathing into your twist. Feel the low back stretch and the spine wake up. And then inhale, bring yourself to center, planting your feet. Situate your knees so they're a few inches apart. Your feet are flattened down, pressing into the mat. Arms by your side, and on your inhale, press your hips up. Let the chest come towards the chin, but relax the muscles in the face. Continue breathing, never holding your breath. Inhales, lift your hips a little higher, squeeze the glutes, activate the belly and the thighs. 3 more breaths as you inhale, press up. Exhale, hold. 2 more. On this last one, lower your back all the way to the mat, 1 vertebrae at a time. Widen your feet as wide as the mat, and then windshield wipe your knees from side to side, just to release your low back. And once again, draw your knees into your chest. Hug yourself. Show yourself some love. And then extend your legs straight up towards the ceiling. Plant your palms underneath your sacrum, palm face down. And then start to lower your left leg down to hover over the mat. Keep your right leg lifted. And then scissoring your legs, move with your breath. Inhale and exhale, release the right leg to hover, and then switch sides. Continue at your own breath. Lifting one leg while lowering the other. Hover your leg over the mat. How straight can you keep your legs? How active can you keep your core? Breathing, never holding the breath. 2 more breaths, one on each side. And then bring both feet together. 3 times as we slowly lower our legs together to hover over the mat. Inhale, lift them up. Exhale, lower. Use your belly, feel your core activate. Inhale, lift. One more as you exhale, lower. Inhale, lift the legs up, and then release them back to your chest. Maybe a little rock and roll on the back. Roll your knees out in big circles, one direction and then the other. And then rock and roll on your spine until you come all the way up. Roll onto your hands and knees, tabletop. Find your table, your wrists under your shoulders, your knees under your hips, and then really engage your core. Pull the belly in like someone's going to punch you. And then inhale as you tuck the toes, drop the belly, arch the back. And as you exhale, round the back, untuck the toes, tuck your chin to your chest. Again, inhale, drop the belly, gaze forward, cow pose. Exhale, arch the back, cat pose. A couple more at your own breath. Inhale, up, and exhale, round and tuck. Come back to center as you find neutral table. Gaze over your left shoulder, send the hips to the left, and then take it the other direction. Send your hips to the right, gaze over the right shoulder. Coming back to a table, step your left leg back, tuck the left toes, create that cat-like back by pressing your hands into the mat and tucking your chin. Feel a stretch down the whole back body. Bring your left knee in and extend your right leg back, tuck the right toes, round through the back, stretch the top of the shoulders and the back of the leg. And then bring the right knee back in, find your neutral table. Find your balance here again, and extend your left arm straight out. Palm faces in like you're shaking someone's hand. And then your opposite leg, your right leg back, tuck the toes under, send the heel back. Create one long line with your body, and then on the exhale, crunch it in, knee to nose. 3 times. As you inhale, extend. Exhale, crunch it in. Inhale, extend. And then when you're done with 3, come back to your table, wag the tail, shake the head. Release the tension. Inhale, the other side, right arm extends, left leg sends back, press the heel. Inhale big, and on your exhale, crunch it in, knee to nose. Inhale, extend. Exhale, crunch. Inhale, exhale. Use your core strength as you inhale, reach, and then exhale, release the hand, release the knee, shake it out. Take your knees wide now, send your big toes together, hips come to your heels, chest and forehead down to the mat, child's pose. Reaching the arms forward, plant the palms down and lift the arms up. So you're stretching your shoulders a little bit more. And then make this fluid by wiggling the hips, the shoulders, the head. 2 more breaths in your child's pose. On the next inhale, rise back up to table, walk the hands a few inches in front of the shoulders, really spread the fingers wide, and then tuck your toes under, send your hips up and back, downward facing dog. So you look like the upside down V, and you can bend one knee at a time here, stretch the back of the leg, and each time sending the weight back into the heels. Relax the head down between the arms. Shake out the hips, bend one knee at a time. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. On the inhale, roll forward to plank pose. Let your chest stay lifted. Let your body be in one straight line. Heels press back. And on your exhale, drop your knees to the mat. Lower down by bending your elbows, one straight line, chest to the floor. Untuck the toes, top to the feet, press. Press into the palms, inhale, lift your heart for cobra. But keep your neck down, to release the tension. 2 more as you inhale, cobra, lift the heart, shoulders back, and exhale down. So move like a wave in your spine. Pressing up through reverse plank and then back into downward facing dog. Exhale, bring the weight to the heels, your hips come high. Inhale, roll forward back to plank pose and then drop your knees, find your tabletop. Now lift your knees off the mat, find your core engagement and breathe a couple breaths, never holding the breaths, and then exhale, push back, downward dog. Inhale again, come forward to plank but lower your knees, 90-degree angle, hovering over the mat. So really feel the core engage. And then on your next exhale, push back, downward facing dog. From here, settle in, take another breath. And then gaze between your hands, bend your knees, and walk your feet to a forward fold at the top of the mat. Bend your knees deeply, bring your belly to your chest, shake whatever needs to be shaken, and then grab opposite elbows and just sway and ragdoll. Then release your arms to the floor, and on your next inhale, slowly roll up one vertebrae at a time until you come to standing in Tadasana. Tuck the tailbone under, roll the shoulders back. Engage the core so the back is flat and the belly is strong. The chest is lifted as if there's a string pulling me up towards the ceiling. And then ground down through the feet, standing nice and tall and rooted down. Take a breath. On the next inhale, arms rise. And exhale, bend the knees, forward fold. Inhale, rise to halfway lift or half fold, flatten the back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale again, fingertips to shins, half fold or half lift, flat back. Exhale, plant the palms, fold again. Inhale halfway. Exhale, plant the palms, step the left leg all the way back. Drop the left knee, create space by dragging the left knee all the way back. Bend into your right knee, which is right over your right ankle. And then rise up, arms overhead, low lunge. If this is too much or you're a beginner, bring your hands down to your knees and settle into the pose. You should feel the front left hip open up. Bring your hands to heart center, exhale. Take a big breath in, and on your exhale, hook your left elbow over your right knee. And then maybe you gaze over your right shoulder, finding a twist. 2 more breaths. And then inhale, rise to center. Exhale, left hand stays down, right arm twists open. Low lunge twist. Feel the spine wake up. And then exhale, take the right hand down, tuck the left toes. Step back, plank pose. Take a big breath in, and on your exhale, drop your knees, bend your elbows. Inhale, cobra. Lift the heart. Exhale, lower back down, tuck the toes, press back up, reversing your plank, and then down to downward facing dog. Inhale, lift the left leg high. Exhale, step the left foot between the hands. Maybe you have to grab the left ankle, place it all the way in the front, drop the right knee, and then rise up, hands to thigh. Or you can raise the arms overhead, settling in by sinking the hips down, releasing the shoulders, and on your next exhale, hands to heart center. Big breath in, and on your next exhale, twist right elbow over left knee, shoulders away from the ears, belly in, find your twist. Inhale, arms rise. Exhale, hands plant. Right hand down, left arm twists open. On your next exhale, your left hand comes down. This time, tuck the back toes, step forward, forward fold, release the neck. Inhale, rise all the way up, and exhale, Tadasana, hands at heart center, mountain pose. Taking a couple breaths if you need to. Relax the shoulders. Again, feel grounded down through the feet. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, forward fold. Moving a little faster as we inhale, flat back. Exhale, plant the palms, step the right leg back, right knee down. Inhale, rise up, low lunge. Left knee over left ankle. On the exhale, hands come to heart center. Take a big breath in. And on your next exhale, your right elbow comes over left knee. Find your twist. Pull the belly in, feel engaged. And on your inhale, arms rise through center. Exhale, your right hand down, your left arm up. Then plant both hands, step back, plank pose. Exhale, lower knees and chest. And inhale, lift the heart, cobra. Exhale, lower right back down, press up through plank, back to downward facing dog. Inhale, lift the right leg high. Exhale, step the right foot between the hands, drop the left knee. Inhale, rise for your low lunge. Exhale, hands to heart center, and on your next big exhale, hook the left elbow over the right knee, twist. Inhale, come through center. Exhale, plant the palms. And then step forward, feet meet at the top of the mat, forward fold. Inhale brings you halfway up, and exhale, fold. Inhale brings you all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Take a breath. Inhale again, arms rise. Exhale, forward fold with knees bent. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, plant the palms. Forward fold. Step the left leg back. Find your balance, keep the left knee lifted, and only when you've found your balance, rise with control, high lunge, and then bring your hands to heart center. So really engage that back left leg, pressing the left heel back, making a 90-degree angle with the right knee over right ankle. Spin the left foot down, sink the hips as you open them towards the side of the room, warrior two. Let the arms extend, reaching front and back of the room, relaxing the shoulders. And then bend the elbows, bring the arms together. Lift your left elbow over your right. Weave your arms for eagle, so the backs of the palms can come together or the palms can come together. Inhale, lift the elbows up, and exhale, sink back into your right knee, staying for a couple breaths. Inhale, straighten the front leg, unravel the arms, turn both toes to face the same direction. Clasp the hands behind your back, open the heart, and exhale, fold forward, bringing your palms towards the ceiling or overhead, feeling a shoulder stretch and the back of the legs. Then release the hands to the floor. Inhale yourself, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Maybe shake the head and release any tension here. Then bend one knee and then the other, wiggling from side to side. Forward fold. Turn your left toes to the back of the room. Turn your right toes to the back of the room. So you lift your right heel, and when you're ready, rise up, high lunge, back of the room. Engaging the right leg just like we did on the other side. And then hands to heart center. Sinking into your left knee, take a big breath. And on your exhale, open up the arms to a T. Facing the same direction, our hips open, your left knee over left ankle, and your right toes facing the side of the room. Bend your elbows, bring them together. Bring your right elbow over your left, eagle arms. Inhale the arms up, and exhale, sink back down into your left knee. 2 breaths. Inhale, straighten the front leg, unravel the arms, turn the toes to face the side of the room. Heel toe your feet in, and then keep your heels in, your toes out. Exhale, sink into goddess squat by bringing your arms to a 90-degree angle, and then take 5 pulses in your legs, making sure your tailbone's tucked under. Inhale, raise the arms, straighten the legs. Exhale, come back down, goddess, hold. Never holding the breath. And now 5 crunches with your arms as you open the heart, and exhale, close the elbows together. After 5, straighten the arms, raise the arms, straighten the legs, raise the arms overhead, and then exhale, forward fold. Shake it out, release anything you need to. Feel the backs of the legs stretch. And then turn your right toes to face the front of the room. Walk your hands to frame the right foot. Come back onto the ball mound of your left foot and then step back plank pose. Inhale here and stay for the exhale, holding for another couple breaths, engaging your core. And then on the next exhale, send your hips up and back, downward facing dog. Bend your knees, widen your knees, child's pose, turn the palms up, relax the shoulders. Couple breaths, resting, relaxing, coming back to your breath. And then flatten your palms, come back to your tabletop, and then send your hips up and back again, downward facing dog. Widen your feet, walk your hands back to your feet, and then hang in a rag doll, releasing your arms, shaking your head, forward fold. Then turn your heels in, your toes out, and take a squat position. I'm just going to turn so you can see what it looks like from the front. The backs of your arms are pressing your legs open, and you keep your chest lifted. If you need balance, you can place your hands on the floor. From here, we're going to drop our left arm down, raise our right arm high. The left arm is pressing against the left knee. Come back to center, hands together. Place the right arm down, reach the left arm up, open up the hips. The next breath, bring your hands back to center. Take a big breath in, and exhale, fold forward over the legs, releasing the neck. From here, walk your hands forward, come right to your plank pose, shoulders over wrists, top of a push-up. Drop your knees, bend your elbows, lower all the way to the floor. Just kidding, take 5 push-ups. Bend your elbows and lower halfway, pressing back up. Exhale, lower, inhale, press. After your 5th one, you could do it. Lower all the way to the ground and rest on one cheek. Release your hands by your side. Maybe shake the hips a little. And then bring your forehead to center. Reach the fingers to the back of the room. Point the toes. And on your inhale, lift the head, the shoulders, the legs off the ground. Locust pose. Holding here, breathing, reaching back. And then exhale, release your head so that you're resting on your other cheek. And then maybe you bend your knees and wiggle your hips. Coming back to center, bring your forehead down. Maybe this time you clasp the palms, or you can just do what you did before, arms by your side. Again, inhale, lift up, really activate the legs, point through the toes. Let the breath lift you up. Inhale, let the neck relax. And then exhale, release the palms, release the heels, and wiggle your hips. Rest on one cheek. Bring your hands back to the floor. Let your elbow come directly under your shoulder, 90 degrees. Plant your palms flat hand, spread the fingers wide. Sphinx pose. Draw the shoulders back, the chest forward, and press into the tops of your feet. Engage your belly, pull the belly in. On your next exhale, bring your hands to make a little pillow and rest your forehead down. Take a breath. From here, take your right arm at an angle, your elbow a little bit under your shoulder. Bend your left foot, reach back for your left foot with your left hand, creating a quad stretch, the front of the thigh. Take a couple breaths as you pull the foot down towards the floor. This shouldn't hurt your knees, but if it does, back off a little bit. Breathe. Release the left foot, come onto the left arm, left forearm, bend the right knee and grab the right foot. Take a couple breaths, drawing the right foot towards the right armpit, towards the floor. Stretch the quad. Carefully release, make your hands a pillow and rest your forehead down. Take another breath here, releasing everything. Palms under shoulders again, tuck your toes, lift up through plank or modified plank into downward facing dog. Shake the hips, bend the knees, and slowly walk your feet to a forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, and exhale, your hands to your hips. Come all the way up with a flat back. Staying at the top of your mat, come to your tree pose. So plant your right foot down and kickstand your left foot. You can stay in the kickstand or bring your left foot to your shin. Bring your hands to heart center or out to the sides, maybe a mudra. Find your balance by gazing at something that's not moving. And then open up the hip by drawing that knee back behind you and pop that right hip in. Breathing a few more in your tree pose, finding your balance. If you fall out, come right back in. Slowly bring your left knee to chest, hug it in by grabbing the shin. Roll the ankle around if that feels nice. And then extending your your right arm out. Take your left arm to your left knee and draw it open. Next breath, bring it back to chest and then release it out, shake it out. Find balance on your left foot. Now bring your right toes to a kickstand or foot to shin. Open up the hips, find your balance, find your drishti, your gaze. And your hands could stay at heart center or out to the sides. Then gently bring your knee into your chest, grab your shin. Extending your left arm to the left, open up your hip to the right, holding on to that knee with your right hand. Next breath, bring it in, and exhale, release it down, shake it out. Keeping your feet together, tuck your tailbone under, inhale your arms up, exhale, hands to heart center, sink the hips back, chair pose. So instead of sticking your butt out, make sure the tailbone's curled under so there's a flat back. And your belly's engaged and you're sitting back like you're in a chair. Take a big breath in and exhale, fold over the legs. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step yourself to a downward facing dog. Big inhale through the nose, exhale, side out the mouth. And then drop your knees, child's pose, relax. Couple breaths, letting the hips sink down. And then inhale, rise all the way up. Extend your legs out long. Come to have a seat. And then shake your legs out. From here, tuck your right leg in, extend your left. Flex the toes and find a flat back, squaring your body over the left leg. On your exhale, fold, and on your inhale, lengthen. Again, exhale, fold, inhale, lengthen. Each breath should take you closer to the leg. You keep your hands on the outside of the leg or grab the shin or the foot, keeping the shoulders away from the ears. Maybe one day you'll be able to bring your head to your knee. Next, inhale, rise up. Place your right hand outside your right hip and then inhale, lift your left arm overhead, coming to balance on your right knee. And then exhale, plant the hips back down. Switching to the other side, extend your right leg long, tuck your left leg in. Square your shoulders over your leg, flex the toes. Inhale, find length, exhale, fold, moving the body like a wave as you exhale, folding over the leg. Grabbing your shin or your foot, or just resting your hands on the outside of your legs. One more breath. And on your inhale, slowly come up. Place your left hand outside the left hip. Inhale, lift up, modified side plank. And exhale, come back down. Take the soles of the feet together, knees come wide, bound angle pose. On your exhale, fold over the legs. Maybe your arms come out, letting the neck drop down. Feel a stretch in the back body, like gravity, take the hips open. One more breath. Slowly come up, take the knees together, and slowly roll yourself all the way to lie down. Plant your feet like bridge pose, and this time cross your right ankle over your left knee. Flex your feet and draw your right hand through the hole in your legs and grab both hands around your left thigh. Here's a different angle. Draw the legs in, feeling a stretch in that outer hip. Each breath gets you deeper. And drop your knees over to the left, extend your right arm. Finding another spinal twist, really, really great for the low back. Inhale through center, plant both feet. Cross the left foot over the right knee, draw the legs in, breathe. Maybe your left forearm opens up the left thigh. Flexing the feet. And then drop the knees over to the right, extend your left arm. Spinal twist. Inhale brings you through center. Hug the knees in again. And then take the soles of the feet together, knees wide, just like we did sitting up. But now we're reclined and it might feel a little bit different. Notice the space in your hips, like gravity. Bring your knees towards the floor. Couple breaths here. And then carefully bring your knees in, grab your tops of your feet for happy baby. Knees come out to your armpits and you can wiggle around side to side on your back, flatten your sacrum to the floor, and do whatever feels right here. Maybe extending one leg straight and then the other, finding a hamstring stretch. When you're ready, extend both legs, find yourself in the center of the mat. Shavasana, final resting pose. Take a couple breaths here, releasing all tension. Staying here for as long as you'd like, or just grabbing your cell phone quick, setting an alarm for 10 minutes or 5 minutes, and resting completely. At least stay for a few long breaths, letting the heart rate come down, enjoying this time, enjoying the journey. Let the breath quiet the mind, let the body relax. Always coming back to your breath. Natural inhales and exhales. Releasing the tension from around the eyes, the cheeks, the jaw. Enjoying your Shavasana. Namaste.